It's a rewarding job, but it sure does take its toll some days on you mentally.
Oh, it sure does. And Cassidy from Purple Sky Counseling joining us today to talk about the mental mother load and how we can keep from getting overloaded, which is a daily thing.
We were just talking about it. It's something that all of us struggle with if we're parents, and it's ongoing all the time for us.
Yeah. So what is it? How would you describe what the motherhood mental load means?
So the mental load is really about the invisible labor of what it takes to get your household and parenting and all the things done outside of just work, right? So it's all the other things. It's making food, going to the grocery store, buying clothes for Christmas, or presents for Christmas and clothes for school. It's all of those pieces that we do mentally to manage on the back end of things.
Okay, you have some stats to talk about, like when it does affect you. What is the cost of these issues when it becomes so overloaded?
Yeah, so really what happens is it breeds resentment and overwhelm and overload, right? So as you hit this place, you can no longer be in a relationship with people very well, and then it becomes naggy and like you're always like asking and expecting things that don't happen. And a lot of things have changed because originally, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, the roles were very separate, right? Where men typically worked and women typically stayed home and took care of the household, and that isn't the case anymore. So I believe the stats about 65 to 70% of women are working in the home now.
65% now employed, 88% primarily manage the home routine. So you add those together, and then 76% responsible to maintain regular household standards and order. I mean, when you talk and put all of that in one huge ball, it's a huge overload.
Well, I know a lot of moms, and I think we can agree, feel like we have these tabs open at any given time. There's so many. I mean, I've got my to-do list in my phone that I feel like I'm never getting
through it, right? And it keeps going.
But it does carry over. You say it can, again, it can ruin relationships, put unnecessary stress on intimacy, make it difficult for the partner to hear what we're saying and to understand. So what do we do about it?
Yeah, so I think the answers are different if you are a single mom versus if you're in a relationship. And if you're in a relationship, like really part of what it is learning and then having the conversation about it, which is one of the hardest parts. Like actually having the conversation is really, really hard, but you have to learn. So sometimes you have to give information to your partner to learn more about it. Sometimes you have to learn about it. Oh, is this my responsibility or not my responsibility? We have to become aware of where that stuff comes from. Did it come from how we were raised and what we saw growing up in our homes when our mom worked or didn't work?
So Cassidy, vocalizing it, that's your number one tip. So three solutions here. We're gonna help you out, moms. So talk about it, be vocal, say I statements. I feel this, I feel overloaded, I need help with the laundry.
No, you don't even say I need help, because if you say I need help, you're keeping the task. Right?
I want you to do the laundry.
So it's like, hey, there's this task of laundry. It needs to get done. Can you take full responsibility of it? And full responsibility of it means it goes off of my checklist.
Because that does have a different meaning. So when you're saying I need help, you're saying, well, it's my job. Can you pitch in?
The expectation is I'm doing it, and so you're helping me out when, hey, it should be an equal 50-50%.
Yeah, 50-50 or shared reciprocity based off what's going on in life, right?
What about research? Turning to podcasts, turning to books.
Yeah, so that's the best way to, a lot of times what happens is we create relationships that are built off of just behaviors over time, right? So as moms, most of us understand the mental load because we're carrying all the things, right? We're thinking about the groceries, we have to decide what's for dinner, and we have to pick the kids up and figure out childcare while we're at work, right?
Correct.
So teaching our partners or talking about it with other people is say, hey, you've got to go and learn about this, and these are some places that you can go learn about it.
Number 3, share the load. I think this is the toughest one for me personally, but you say ask for help.
You just share the responsibility.
Share the load. But when it comes to outside though, when you're saying, hey, mom and dad, I need your support, I need this.
Yeah, so you can do that. So like if you have like mom and dad helping you, right, then it would be like, here's some responsibilities. Can you take this piece of it from me so I don't have to think about it?
Yeah,
right?
And I think being clear, stating those clear expectations, And so you know what will be done and what you still do need to
So
tackle.
this is where it gets really tricky, is what will be done. You actually have to come on an agreed upon baseline of what that means, right? It doesn't mean that somebody takes out the garbage for me when I want them to take out the garbage. They take out the garbage when it's the agreed upon time and it works for them.
That
and
makes
it
sense.
needs to be spelled out that way.
Yep. And then I have to let them do it their way.
And then
which
you
is
say-
one of the
Teaching
hardest
us
parts.
so much right now.
This one's hard. The last one you say, step back.
Yep. You actually have to let your partner do it, right? And you really do have to almost step back and let them fail sometimes. Because if you keep stepping in every time they don't do it, they will never do it.
And I do that too. I'll be like, help me. Let me just do it myself.
Because I can do it better, right?
Yes.
So you have to pick your battles and pick your moments.
This it takes practice, and you
takes a
have
lot
to
of
condition
practice.
yourself to hold back,
Yep.
let it happen. All right, Cassidy from Purple Sky Counseling,
Yes.
teaching us all the ways to take off the mother load. Facebook and Instagram at Purple Sky Counseling. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.